feel, just me, that every moment of the current administration is a living nightmare. This is just me. I'll tell you, what I don't like that he's bad at everything. I wish he was good at something. I don't prefer it. I wish he was good at something. Remember when he was running? And people were like, oh, let's put a business person in the White House. I'm not an omniscient God, despite how you may worship me. I don't know everything that's good. I don't think we should put a business person in the White House. I think it should be a politician. But if we ever try this experiment again, in the future, could we use somebody who's actually good at business? Instead of somebody who literally bankrupts casinos, which is impossible? How did he do it? You can't. You can't. A casino is a vacuum for money. How did he do it? How? He just forgot to plug the hose in, the cash was shooting out the back? How? He is a supervillain. He lives in a tower. Who lives in a tower? He lives in a tower with his name on it. Every word out of his mouth is something I would punish a child for saying. But also, I'm a survivor of sexual assault, and I don't love that he brags about assaulting people. I just think that's weird. I think he's a weird guy. Like, remember when we all heard him bragging about assaulting people, and then he was like, that wasn't even me. And they were like, no. That was you. And he was like, okay, yeah. But that's how normal people talk. And we were like, it isn't. It isn't how normal people talk. But then white people still elected him president. Do you remember that? I see a few white people here. I am a white people. We should feel bad about this. We should feel real bad about this. I'll tell you how I think we should feel. Not too long ago, I was taping something for television. It was a show where they hook you up to a lie detector test, and then they ask you a series of questions, and I didn't know what the questions were going to be in advance. And I was answering these questions. The people asking me are my two friends who happen to be black men. And the first question that they asked me was, have you ever said the N-word? And here's the thing about me. I just haven't. I've just never said it. I am perfect. I've just never said the N-word. I never said to be fucked up. I never said to be cool. When it comes up in a rap song, I just do a white person radio edit and I skip it. They asked me, have you ever said the N-word? I said very quickly, very confidently, no. But then I realized, I don't know how lie detector tests work. And I don't know if they work. So yeah, like, you're definitely putting your relationship with your friends on the line. If you're a white person, they happen to be black people, they ask you, have you ever said the N-word? And you say, yes, but I was singing. Like, maybe you're not gonna have those friends anymore. But you're for sure not gonna have those friends anymore if they ask you, have you ever said the N-word? And you say, no, very confidently, very quickly. And then a machine says, you have lied. So they said, have you ever said the N-word? And I said, no. And then all three of us at once just went like, just staring at that needle, trying to figure out if we were still friends with each other. And that feeling, that's how I think all white people should feel every moment of this presidency. Real on edge! Trying to figure out if we still have friends. I have been buoyed. Yes, I have been buoyed in the last year by watching people step forward and like tell their stories about harassment and assault. Hasn't that been beautiful to see that? It's just like, just human grace, just strength like that. It's not like those are new stories, but people standing in their truth and telling them, that's fucking new. I think it's really cool. That's happening. And then right next to that, there's just like a shriveling Nosferatu. What am I supposed to do at work if I can't talk about her sweater? Like, there's just glorious human light and then sweater comments. That's happening at the same time, almost being given like the same amount of credibility and like just like, no, that sounds tough, sweater comments. Sounds like your life is a prison. I have an answer to that question. What are you supposed to do at work if you can't talk about the clothing or body of your coworkers? Work. Why don't you go ahead and get to work? Statistically, you're probably the boss. Why don't you go ahead and make this company more lucrative so that she can get a raise by even better sweaters that you're still not allowed to say shit about? Now, I said she. I will say, there might be some moments tonight when I talk about the world and humans in it, using the words men and women, or he and she. I might say some of that. But that's because patriarchy is involved in what I'm talking about. So I'm using those words as political terms. We all know in this room that like gender is a creation of society and like sex is malleable. Like we all know that. I'm just saying that because like it's important to this topic, right? So tonight in this room, there are men, but you don't have to take it with you. Yeah. Oh, sweater comments, right? That person falls in the same category. It's a person I feel like I've heard a lot from. The person who's like, PC culture? Yeah, PC culture coming at me, trying to take all my favorite words. PC culture coming at me, telling me I can't use the same words that Christopher Columbus used when he stole this place. Oh, God. What's wrong with you? Those PC culture hating assholes. Because here's the thing, PC culture is just the words we use now to talk about other people. It's literally just like updated terminology. I don't understand having a problem with using words for other people that they want to be used, right? Don't understand. It's not like those people rail against updated terminology elsewhere in their lives. Never heard one of those people be like, nah, I don't use today's words about technology. I don't. I'm just an old school guy. Tell you what, you go home, I'll send you a phone telegram. And then we can see if you want to come over, watch the talkies on my Blockbuster machine and chill. That's just how I talk. No, I guess what I'm advocating is that we afford human beings the same respect we afford Netflix. There's people that, I hear a lot, I don't know how familiar you are. I don't know how familiar you are with stand-up comedy. I'm pretty familiar with it. There are a lot of folks in my field who have a problem with PC culture because they'll say things like, oh, how can I tell jokes? How can I tell jokes without all these words? I need them. And I'll just say, if there's any particular word that you need to use to do this job, I am a better stand-up comic than you. You think I'm just coasting through using old words? Nah, man, I used different words yesterday than I used today. I'm constantly evolving. I'm a fish swimming upstream. Commit yourself to something in your life. Give a shit. Get on my level. Because it's not like me, I'm trying to talk about sexual assault. It's not like that's a new topic in comedy. We've had rape jokes forever, but it's just like those jokes have usually been like, rape! That's the full joke. And an audience, because that's a taboo word, will have a response. And then that comic will hear that response, ooh, I've done a good joke. And then they'll tell that joke for 2 decades. And then one day at a show, somebody will be like, do you know what? I didn't prefer that joke because it didn't have a punchline. And it wasn't funny, and I paid to be here. And then that comic will go, this is censorship. I am being censored. And that's the wrong word. Feedback. You've gotten feedback. I know how to identify feedback because I've been getting it for the entirety of my career. Sorry that it happened to you once. My tombstone's just gonna say, we got it, she was gay. I say that, but I understand how painful it can feel to get feedback, because so often it comes at us through social media, and we have our phones. That's how we connect with each other, right? And our phones are portable, so we're in our beds with our wives and our dogs. Oh no, someone's been mean to me in my bed. I get it. I fucking get it. Not too long ago, I was in Oklahoma City doing stand-up. God, I was so good. I just did a great job. And then the next day, I was packing up to leave, and I had packed all of my bags. And then I just had one thing left to do. I just had to unplug my phone charger. And then I was on my way, so I leaned over to unplug my phone charger. And as I leaned over, I totally blew out my left knee. Leaning! So I'm 36. Leaning is dangerous. And I think I'm gonna get older. Like, maybe, hopefully. So what is gonna come up in the future? Like, I'm reaching for cereal, both my arms fall off. What's gonna happen to me? Now, I immediately knew that I had blown out my left knee because I had had 2 surgeries on my right knee for the same issue, but I thought I just had 1 good knee and 1 bad knee. Incorrect. 2 bad knees. I also know exactly what the issue is, because the last time I had surgery, my doctor said to me, Cameron, you have very slidey cartilage and giant ligaments. And I can't fully explain to you why, as a lesbian, that felt like a compliment. But it definitely did, where I was like, oh my God, no, giant? Yeah, no, like I thought so. But like, how big? Now, it just so happened on this particular day that the moment I blew out my knee was also the moment I knew I needed to shit. It happens to all of us every morning. It's just that on this particular morning, it was at once. Just like, ooh, that. Now, if you are at all recognizable, if you've been on television, I have, if you have an IMDb page, I do. You cannot call an ambulance, which I knew I was going to need to do, when you have shat your pants for a reason unrelated to why you called the ambulance. Oh my God, thank you so much for coming. I have hurt my knee. And what's all this? That's just a whole other thing. So I want you to know, dragging myself on my belly, digging my nails into the walls, pulled my body using my teeth on the carpet, and I got myself into the bathroom and rappelled onto the toilet, and I pooped in the potty. Honestly, thank you. Thank you so much. I somehow got myself back out and into the room where there was a phone, and I called the front desk. Like, I need an ambulance. So then they sent up a manager with like their own key, let themselves in. Here's what they see. Just fully packed bags. No visible sign of injury. No blood. Nothing amiss. Just clean room. An adult woman standing alone in the center of it on one leg, sobbing. EMTs showed up not that long after. Here's the thing, I'm a visibly queer person. This is a red state. You know, when you're a visibly queer person, I need these people to take care of me. I don't know anybody else there. I'm alone. But I don't know how these EMTs are gonna feel about me, and I don't know if that's gonna affect their care. You know, so I'm like, well, when are they gonna figure it out? Will it happen right away? They're walking around behind me. Wait a minute, there's no ponytail back here. Will it be then? Will I already be in the ambulance? They open up one of my bags. This is all motorcycle jackets! And then suddenly the doors of the ambulance are flinging open. I'm flying down the highway on a stretcher like, you're not wrong, you know? But it happened right away. Because they go to me, they go, who's your emergency contact? And I go, my wife. And they go, yeah, we know. Because we're fans! Isn't that awesome? That's just real. That's real. They were so sweet. They knew me from like a movie that I was in, from like an animated voice that I did, and they're like so sweet to me, and thank God, because I really needed their help, because EMTs, when you have a leg injury, they're supposed to cut your pants off of you. But, and I don't know why this is true, I had brought 0 other pants with me to Oklahoma. 0. Not even sleep pants. 0. And I wasn't sure. Like, I knew I was injured. I wasn't gonna be able to like swing by a Target. Pick up some replacement pantaloons. Wasn't sure if you can board a plane back home to Los Angeles if you're wearing your own pants shredded and then loosely braided together like a 90s belt, loose slung around your hips. Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Those are huge ligaments. You have to check those. So here's what happened. They gave me fentanyl, which is a very serious drug, and then we took off my pants together. Oh, I had such a positive experience with these fellas that I took a photograph with them and then I posted it on my social media. I just wrote like, you know, strangers took care of me when I really needed their help. And then one of their wives found this photo and wrote on it like, that's my husband on the left. We love you. He said you were so nice in person. I'm reading this just like, the internet is good? Just having like a real reorganization of core beliefs. And I think because I thought that for a second, then right below that, the next comment was, fuck you! But then it continued, fuck you for calling an ambulance for a non-life-threatening medical emergency, pulling EMTs off the road. You should have called a ride share. Now, I will admit, when I saw that comment on my Insta, I did go into what Cesar Millan would call a bit of a red zone. I was so mad about this feedback, right? So mad. But then you're not gonna believe I came up with this plan. This is what I did. I'm looking at my phone. I'm so angry. I'm like just so fuming. I'm so mad. And then I put down my phone. Thank you. So like I thought of that. Like that's me. Like TM. You know, like I did that. But like you can have that if you want. I have to. I am in a position of privilege. Because I have health insurance. I have health insurance, so I was able to make the decision to call an ambulance. Because ambulances are super expensive. But I have insurance, so I got to make that call. And I chose to get an ambulance because I wanted it to be a medical professional that helped me. Not just for myself, but also for the other person involved in this situation. I didn't want to call a Lyft driver and then like some sweetie working the lunch shift, just like, no one's gonna puke in my car. Pulls up to get me. I'm like, oh, actually, can you give me a quick ring? Hey, hi. I've left your name at the front desk. You're gonna have to stop there and pick up a key, and then you're gonna head to the elevator where you will take it to the 9th floor. I'm in room 920. Let yourself in. I'll be surrounded by bags. Put those all over your body. And then you're gonna throw me over your shoulder. I will be sobbing, but I haven't shat my pants. And then you'll carry me to the elevator, carry me down, put me in your car, rush me to the hospital. If you do all that, I'll give you 5 stars. I just didn't want to do that to another person. Do you know that they are making like an Uber for ambulances? That's real. Do you know that? Which is like, to me, feels terrible. Because I don't think anybody should have to or be able to track their own ambulance. Just like looking at the app like, come on! That's the wrong way! What are you, at a light? You have a siren. You know, you're just watching it like... That's my favorite part, is when the car just spins 180 degrees on the central axis. Like it looks like the car has gathered its skirts. Good day. It really makes me laugh. I did call a lift back to the hotel from the ER because by that point I was heavily medicated. I had a leg immobilizer. I had crutches. I felt like I was in control of myself, you know? So I was sitting in this person's front seat. The driver turns to me. I can tell you're hard on yourself. I can tell you're hard on yourself. The world pushes on you, you push back, but you don't always have to. Cut yourself a break sometime. I'm on fentanyl. I'm like, that is how I feel. Come to find out, my driver is also a therapist, so our medical system's not broken. First, I felt sad that they had to have two jobs, you know, just to make ends meet. But then I was like, no, wait, hang on a second. Straight up, that is a service Lyft should provide. Are you kidding? Would pay, like a little extra. You get like a quick sesh. En route? Like, absolutely. I even know the name, Uplift. Are you kidding? That's so fucking good! I'm a business person! Put me in the White House! One thing that seems true is that it does seem like we are starting to talk about sexual assault and harassment as if they are part of our culture. They are. The only thing I worry, coming from where we are right now, is that we will take down 8 powerful men, rub our hands together, and then be like, ha! We've solved it. I do think that those folks should have to deal with shit. I do think they should be ridden out of town on a rail, but I just think we need to talk about things in slightly larger scope. Yes, nods, agreed. Yes, I agree, yes. I mean, it's not like we've nailed the way we talk about assault in the past, right? I feel like I have heard as if it was a legitimate argument. Like, I can't stop! I can't stop once I've started. If I stop once I'm started, my balls will turn a color. Like, that's the level of sophistication with which we talk about assault, you know? And I mean, I believe there are people in this room and in this city, in this country, who have chemicals in their body that are telling them to do a certain thing. I believe that. I believe that because I have chemicals in my body telling me to do a certain thing. I'm a woman in her late 30s. Every day I want to have a baby, and I don't even want to have a baby. I wake up in the morning, I want to have a baby. I think about it all night. I go to sleep, I dream about a baby. I come to your house, I want to take your baby. I have chemicals in my body telling me to baby. But I don't throw you down on the street, steal your semen, shove it in my vagina. Because I use my very smart brain to control my body. And I think you can too. But in order to get there, we have to have good knowledge about sexuality, about health, about our own bodies. And that is not something that most people in this country have. Most people in this country don't get sex ed. I didn't get sex ed. I had no sex ed. I was raised super duper Catholic in the suburbs of Chicago. I was raised so Catholic we played Catholic games. What kinds of games? Mass. Oh yeah, how do you play mass? You get a box of better cheddars or a thinly sliced banana. You're gonna distribute those, you're gonna use them as the Eucharist and just go ahead and pass that out to your stuffed animals, and that is mass. But if you're gonna use the banana, may I recommend leaving it out for a bit and letting it brown up so that the banana can more naturally match the skin tone of real Jesus. Just a slight murmuring of laughter when you all should be losing your minds. What's happening? Is this a white Jesus crowd? What's up? Y'all are just like, wait, who am I thinking of? He has like a blonde hair and like a blonde like long beard. Chris Hemsworth. You're thinking of Chris Hemsworth. And Jesus had a smaller hammer. And was Middle Eastern, so a different guy. We played Mass, we played Birth of Christ. How you play Birth of Christ? Your sister is Mary, you were Joseph. So there were some signs, and your sister's gonna deliver a Cabbage Patch into a brown piece of Tupperware with a yellow pom-pom in it. Birth of Christ. Third game, most complicated game, Jesus, Moses. Here's how you play. It's Chicago. It's the winter. There's snow on the ground. The snow has melted, then it has refrozen, so it has that ice crust on top. You're walking to school, you're gonna walk across the ice crust between the driveways. If you make it all the way from one driveway to the next without falling through the ice crust, Jesus. But if you fall through, Moses. Which is a misunderstanding of Moses' relationship to water. He didn't so much fall through as shove it off to the sides with his mind, but Catholics don't read the Bible. No, so I was raised super Catholic. I had like no sex ed. That's not totally true. When I was 10, the women in my class, we went to the woods with a nun. This has a different ending than you think. And there was like a cabin in the woods. There's nobody in there. There's a cabin in the woods. In there, there's a nun. We don't know her. She's a stranger to us. She walks out of like a green room. She's got full habit on. If you don't know what that means, it's like a Whoopi Goldberg costume. She walks over to like an old school phonograph. She puts a needle on the record. The record starts playing. It's Billy Joel's Only the Good Die Young, which has a line in it. Catholic girls start much too late. At that line, she does a literal record scratch, and then looks at us. That's what the world thinks of you. They want to take your flower. And on the word flower, I felt in my pants what I thought was fear urine. So I went to the restroom, where I realized I had just gotten my first period. So there I was, alone in the woods, bleeding, susceptible to bear attack. And I wasn't gonna go ask that nun for help. She was scary as fuck, so I just went in like survival mode. Like a naked and afraid situation, and I transferred the entirety of a roll of toilet paper onto my hand. And then I shoved that in my pants, and then I walked back into the room, I'm sure totally normally. No, I didn't use tampons for like forever, that's true. I didn't after that, because I didn't get like a ton more information about sex other than like Billy Joel is angry with you. Like that's like that's a large portion of the information I got about sex. The only other information I got about like a result of sex is that when I was a senior in high school, we watched an abortion in religion class. Let me make it worse. That year, religion was a split class with gym. Yeah, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you would roller skate. Tuesday, Thursday, you would learn the Beatitudes or watch an abortion in class, and all of that was averaged for one single grade. That would determine whether or not you got into college. Not just a stressful situation to put students in, but I look back at that time with a lot of compassion for my teachers. Just at home like, well, she didn't love watching the abortion, but she can roller skate backwards. So what is that, a C? I do not know how to average this. Also, may I say, now that I'm in the industry, a poorly shot abortion? Yeah. They could have really spruced it up with a few more lights. Yeah, I didn't use tampons. I didn't really know which holes were which. I didn't get that information. As a Catholic, you were not supposed to root around down there. You know? I didn't even know people with vaginas could have orgasms. I actually found that out on somebody else's body first, and then applied that knowledge to myself. And that was a lot later. When I say I didn't use tampons, I don't want you to think I wasn't trying. I would be locking myself in the bathroom at my parents' house for 1.5 hours at a time, unfurling the schematic that comes in the box. Just really trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. But I didn't know it was about aiming and easing. You can fit a lot. Well, this is the right hand gesture for that. I thought it was more like a running start. You know, if there's any way I could describe it, it'd be like, you know, in like Lord of the Rings or whatever, they have like a closed castle, has like a drawbridge, and they're like trying to figure out, then they go, bring out the battering ram! And an entire felled tree comes out and has like a wolf head and the mouth is on fire. I was using that amount of force or more. Just like, ah! For hours. Yes, I didn't really use them. I just used pads. But then I was also a swimmer. I was on a swim team. So then sometimes I just used nothing, you know? What are you thinking about? You thinking about my teammates swimming behind me? Well, if that's all you're thinking about, you forgot how laps work. It's not like just they were swimming in that water. We were all chugging open mouth through that same water. Don't cover your face. Ow, don't do that. Later in life, I have chosen to put my mouth in that same situation on purpose. Yes. It's not gross. It tastes good. I'm a vegetarian. I need the iron. If I find myself in that situation, I can feel myself getting stronger. At the end, I come up like when Wolverine comes out of the bath, just like that. And I'm that wet. You loved that one! I wasn't having sex. I had a boyfriend. But we weren't having sex because I was saving myself. Well, I was saving both of us, really. Yeah, and because we weren't having sex, I never went to the gynecologist. Because I just thought the gynecologist is where you go if you need the pill, and you just need the pill for having sex. But just because I wasn't on the pill or like having sex did not mean that I was free from terror regarding pregnancy. Oh, I was scared of being pregnant constantly. Because if you grow up as Catholic as I did, you will know the story of Jesus' conception. And that shit can get in your head. You mean to tell me Mary is a virgin and an angel just comes to her, you're already pregnant? Well, that's a scary story. Especially because, like, I don't know what angels look like. I know what I think they look like. They look like they have clean robes and they're very musical, playing a trumpet, gorgeous wings. But the same person who painted that painted Jesus as Chris Hemsworth. So I'm not sure it's a trusty source. What's the difference between angels and ghosts? How do we know that angels don't look like a creepy corner ghost? A lot of dirty rags, a lot of wet hair on their face. Rickety wings! Coming up to me. You're already pregnant. Oh, fuck you! Yeah, so I was scared of being pregnant all the time. I would be like in a hot tub with my boyfriend, just like, nope, head first, and I want your lower half sticking out. A lot of times when folks go to college, they like turn over a new leaf or throw off the past or become a new man, but that's not what happened for me. Because I want to tell you about the part of Catholicism that I was into. Because I was into it. There is like a left-wing part of Catholicism, liberation theology. It's about justice. It's about cool Jesus. Do you know about this guy? Do you know about cool Jesus? Cool Jesus is a socialist. Cool Jesus is friends with the poor. Cool Jesus hangs with sex workers. Cool Jesus is with the masses. He's gonna overthrow the man. He's wearing a cool jacket. He's gonna come into the temple. He's gonna flip tables. That's the Jesus that I knew. So I thought that like Catholicism was just like this punk rock way of making social change happen. When I got to college, I got hard Catholic. Like I was a theology major because I wanted to be a priest, which is odd because as a woman, you cannot be. I'm not sure what I thought, that the Pope was just gonna be like, you're cool. Which, by the way, could have happened because I've been to audiences with the Pope. I've been to a canonization. I've been to the sub-catacombs beneath the Vatican. Tom Hanks trying to find me is what I'm saying. So yeah, I was like super, Catholic. I had this theology major, but also my parents were paying for my college, so I wasn't gonna just go into the world with this theology major. Like, you can get a job there. So I had like a minor that sort of made it more marketable, in a business sense. So I was a theology major, but then I was a faith, peace, and justice minor. That like opens a lot of doors if you got an ampersand and stuff. Yeah, and faith, peace, and justice minor, what that really means is like, you go on these trips, you go on these solidarity trips. What that means is like, you go to like an underserved or third world country, or like an underserved part of the United States, you go there, you're a college student and you are just in solidarity with the people there. And then you go back to college. So yeah, later in life I have a lot of reservations about whether or not this was a good thing. I mean, I gained a lot from it. I got to see a lot of the world. I got to meet a lot of different types of people. I'm not sure I was helping anybody. It was definitely colonialism for credit, but I still did it, And I was on one of these trips. I went to inner city Kingston, Jamaica, and then we went to a leper colony because leprosy is a curable disease, but only if you have the medicine to cure it. And we went to a home for kids that had been abandoned because of their HIV status. And we went to a school that was built on top of a city dump. I had all these experiences. It was very intense. It's a culture where white people have been the oppressor. I'm aware of that. I'm going in, not trying to fuck everything up. I'm going on all these very intense experiences the whole time. It was. A lot. And there was this woman on my trip that I now know was just my type. Because she was like sporty and smart and like cared about the world, want to make things a better place. She also had just been through a major family crisis. I'm telling you, you grow up with that much Jesus, you will develop a savior complex. And then you'll have to go to therapy later because you're approaching every relationship with a real Bob the Builder attitude. Can we fix it? Yes, I can. It's a problem. No, but this woman was amazing, and we went on this trip together, and we went back to campus, and we got like the first night back, just like this, bottle of like yellowtail wine, the big kind. And then we split it, we split it between the two of us. She said something super sexy about like poverty or whatever. I don't remember what it was. And then I leaned in and I kissed her. And your gasps are not out of place. It was incredible. This kiss, it was like the guy in Memento realizing what his tattoos meant. Plus Edward Norton being like, Brad Pitt's not real? Plus Bruce Willis being like, I'm dead? It was like all of those wrapped up in one. It was a real twist. Like a one-move Rubik's Cube solved for my little gay body. It was like watching my own my life with the director's commentary turned on. Oh! Wow. I remember my first thought, she kissed me and I was like, how are we gonna die together? Because we had kissed once and I was a lesbian. So I was pretty committed. My second thought was like, oh man, I can't believe I'm going to hell. Shit. Worth it, but damn. Me, literally, I am. Duh, damned. Well, I walked her back to her dorm and, I woke up the next morning, just greeting the day. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I met the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. I feel so free. I feel so full of joy. I feel so itchy on my face. So what I didn't know was that when I was at that school that was built on top of a city dump, I had contracted facial ringworm. It's a fungus. It grows in a perfect circle. I had it on my face. Let's say you want to fuck with a very Catholic kid, and I know you do. Make sure she has seen the movie The Exorcist, and she knows that demonic possession can present itself as spelling on the body. Then ever wake up the next morning, first time after kissing a woman, look in the mirror, her own skin rejecting itself in a perfect circle, and probably for ovaries. I looked in the mirror just like, the devil is real. And fast. That was like 8 hours. But then, you just need like a cream. Yeah, it's like not even that big of a deal. I just went to a dermatologist and you just get like a cream, so it's like the devil's not even that powerful. Actually, knowing that, I do look at The Exorcist differently. Like I do kind of judge the parenting in that movie. And it's weird that she never tries to treat the symptoms. That there's never a moment where she's like, okay, so what about we start with a little Pepto, kind of clear that up, and then we'll get you to the dermatologist and then like a chiropractor. Please think that's funny. That to me is the funniest joke in the whole thing. The chiropractor bit I think is so funny. And I know you thought it was funny, but I just sometimes you need to tell people, this is what's funny. It's a sign of a good comic. You deliver a joke and then you go, excuse me, if I may, that was funny. That woman that I kissed, that was my first girlfriend. We started dating each other. But we were also at a college where you could not come out. You could be kicked out of school for being gay. You could be removed from the faculty. So we started dating, but we didn't tell anybody. And my fellow students did not exactly pick up on it. We'd be sitting at dinner together at the dining hall, wearing matching umbros, sharing one piece of spaghetti betwixt our lips like two ladies or two tramps. Our heads growing ever closer together, and one of our classmates would be like, how y'all know each other? What are you, twin sisters? We got sisters all the time, and sometimes we got twins. And I need to add a detail that makes this better. My first girlfriend was and continues to be Korean. I mean, I think there's a lot of ways to prove that maybe Catholic kids need sex ed, but one is that all my classmates walking up to two umbro-clad, nearly kissing ladies or tramps that were not the same race. Look, I understand families can be blended. I know adoption is real. I'm just saying, if you walk up to those two people, maybe your first thought isn't, what close siblings? I'm getting a real charge off those sisters. It's a close family. It's a close family. No, I didn't tell anybody the truth. Well, I told one person. I told my best friend, and then she didn't talk to me for the rest of the year, so then I didn't tell anybody else. I just kept that secret to myself. And I will say it was a very tough time because I was not only realizing that I was gay and I couldn't share it with anybody, falling in love for the first time, and I couldn't share it with anybody, but I was also losing something huge. When you are raised female, when you are cultured female, the thing that you are valued for, the thing that you are taught you are valued for is your fuckability. Like, that's it. So I was also realizing that the whole system, the system set up to evaluate like whether or not I have value, I was going to be opting out of for the rest of my life because of the person that I was. Like, doesn't matter if you want to fuck me. I'm not available. The system. And that's a lot. It's a lot for any kid to manage. And I was young, and I was alone, with like one L-word chat board. College campus, couldn't even get showtime. Just looking through the recaps like, is this my future? And it was. I live on the other side of town, but everything else is the same. It was a lot. And also, I did not have an internal compass that told me what men to seek out. Because I was very, very gay. So in high school, when I had dated men had paid me attention, and I had let them. Because I didn't know that I had the agency to tell them to stop. And I also didn't know that I was supposed to have any sort of sexual desire. I was just like, being a woman is weird. Other people like you, and you could take or leave them. I didn't have good information about like what positive attention would look like from men either. Because like I didn't know what it was. It wasn't coming in from inside of me. And like, what does culture teach us about what dudes should behave like? Like, honestly, my childhood, probably the most formative romantic movie from my childhood is Beauty and the Beast. Imagine just heading out into the world like, what am I looking for in a man? Well, he should have recently kidnapped my father. I'll start there, and once I meet him, we fall in love. I'll stop reading and talk to a fork. That's what I was armed with. So there was this guy at school who'd paid me a ton of attention since freshman year. He'd paid me a ton of attention the whole time we were in school. And I'm like, am I valueless because I don't have this fuckability thing? And also, I'm surrounded by friends who are dating publicly. They have boyfriends. They have things to talk about. I can't talk about what's in my life. So there's this dude. He's paying me a lot of attention, and I just kind of let him. And I didn't really recognize that his behavior was like fucked up. Like he would memorize my class schedule, wait behind a tree, hide, jump out, tackle me to the ground. Or he would memorize my dorm room door code, come in when I wasn't there, and then film a fridge full of bricks. Weird shit. But I didn't know what else to look for from men. And he wanted to pay me attention. So, one thing I would do to make it easier for me to sit through that attention is I would drink. I really wanted to run away. But alcohol will slow you down. This is a thing that happens to so many folks, right? We have no sex ed, and then we go to college, and it's like, drink together. That's how it happened to me. I used to hang out with that dude. We would play this game together where we threw darts at a dartboard, and if you hit the dartboard, you'd shotgun a full beer. And if you missed the dartboard, you'd shotgun a full beer. Hazy rules. And one night we were playing that game, and then we were back in my room, and I don't totally remember what happened that night. I have a lot of flashes of what happened. I know that I didn't say yes. I also know that, like, I couldn't have. Like, I was fucked up. And I used to tell this story at parties as, like, a funny thing that happened to me. Like, that's, I think, how disconnected so many people are from our own agency. Like, I didn't know that I could not be into this. This was a funny story I told until literally a dude said to me, like, that's a not funny story. This is the shit that I think we are not talking about yet. We're just at the edge. We're just about to talk about it. And I want to push that further, right? Because when we talk about assault and harassment, especially in media and television, we often talk about the most extreme examples, where it's like a stranger and they're hooded. It's the opening of SVU, right? And there's just a guy, he's got a cleaver, a bloody cleaver. He's covered head to toe in mud, says Dick Wolf right here. I see that guy, I'm like, Olivia, that's the fucking guy, you know? I love that show. We all do. It's been on the air for 20 years. That's how committed all of us are to watching and figuring out, tallying up all the different ways it could happen to us. Oh, it could be a clown? Well, now I can't go to the circus. I love that show. I watch that show while I'm at the gym on the treadmill, so I remember what I'm staying in shape for, to run away from. When I think about survivors, the way that they're portrayed in television and film, especially if they're women, I feel like it's like she's assaulted and then she becomes like very good at swords. Do you know the storylines I'm talking about? There's like a combat element, and that was not true for me. I stayed the same amount good at swords. Expert. But no, that wasn't the biggest effect that this had in my life. Honestly, the biggest effect is that I'm just sort of afraid of men. You know, and I noticed there's a bunch of dudes here tonight, and I want to say I really appreciate like your open body posture and like your welcoming faces. Do you know how much that matters when somebody's up here telling this story? Like, do you know how much that matters to me? It really matters a whole fucking ton. It does. Because sometimes if you say, well, I'm sort of afraid of men, then one guy will go like, wait a minute! And then, whoops, catch 22, I'm scared of you. Because you've been very scary. And that guy makes me so worried, not just for myself, but also for my straight sisters, you know? I see you here, I want you to know I'm an ally. I am in solidarity with you. That guy, he makes me scared because I think mixed with what I think might be true about straight people. Look, I'm an outsider. This is an outsider's perspective. Of course, assault and harassment also happens in my community. I'm just saying, as an outsider, I am unsure whether straight people talk to each other. I read the letters you write into sex advice columnists. There's a lot of like, how do I know if she came? And I'm like, oh my God, are you in the room? You should ask. You should tell. Get chit-chatting. Because it really seems from an outsider's perspective that sometimes straight people just run at each other across the room and Lego their body parts together. And I don't want that for you. In fact, I want you to have gay sex. Be very clear about what I mean by that. I want you to have sex with your partner or partners, ooh, in a gay way. Because we talk so much about the hardships that fall on the queer community. Like, we talk about what sucks about being queer. That's what you see. That's what you hear on television. Those are our stories that make it out of this room. But it also rules to be gay. One of the best parts is sex. Because there is no standard sex act. We don't even have bases. What would they be? No, you're just running through an open field. There's no bases. Sex is like you're going to see a carnival. Every person involved, it's like you're a carnival barker. Like, what do you like? What are you into? What do you want? Tops or bottoms? We've got that. Mouths or butts? Right this way. What do you need? Vegetable based? Should we go to the store? We've got you covered. And I want that for you. You know, because when we talk about consent, we often talk about it like it's like a very slippery boulder that we're rolling up an equally slippery mountain while we're covered in butter. But I think at a very baseline level, consent can just look like, do you like this? Oh, yes. Do you like this? I do. And you can just keep going back and forth like that. Just do open mouth laps in that forever. So why am I talking about all of this? I don't know. You know, I suppose sometimes I wonder about my legacy, like what I'm gonna leave behind when I'm gone. If I don't have a baby, well then what? If I don't have a baby, who's gonna clean my ass when I'm older? Someone I pay. No, I wonder about my legacy. You know, early in my stand-up career, an ex of mine, her then girlfriend, made a Wikipedia page for me because lesbian relationships are complicated. Her then girlfriend made a Wikipedia page for me, but I'd been doing stand-up for like 2 weeks. So it just said like, Cameron Esposito does open mics. And Wikipedia is like a self-cleaning oven. Kind of like takes care of itself. So they flag pages that the community thinks shouldn't be on Wikipedia. For 3 years, the top result, if you Googled my name, Cameron Esposito, person of no consequence. Because that is how my page had been flagged. And look, I don't know, I guess I'm just trying to be a person of consequence. But I think we all want that. I really do. I really think we all want that, especially around this topic. I know that so many folks are just like, what do I do? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all of the answers. I know what happened in my life that made a difference for me. My story has an end. A couple of years after I was assaulted, I'm standing in front of a dorm that I lived in. I'm standing there alone. There's nobody else around. And I see running at me across a parking lot the dude who had assaulted me. He's running at me, and he's screaming, "You're a dyke?" over and over. So I'm like, oh yeah, I guess he heard. I was thinking to myself, I might get the shit beat out of me right now. And then the door next to me opened, and this dude, there was a coworker of mine, he stepped out. Like, we didn't even know each other that well. He just saw what was happening. He saw a person running at me, screaming. He didn't stop for a second to be like, who's this? Who's this to you? Why is he calling you a dyke when we're on this Catholic campus with definitely no gay people? He just got in the way. That's what happened. My coworker stepped in front of me. He calmed that guy down. He got him to leave. He waited. He walked me into the dorm. He walked me into my dorm room. We literally never even talked about it. I don't know. You want to leave a legacy? Get in the way. Any way you can. Any way you can. Believe people when they tell you this is what happened to them. Believe people on social media. Come to see this. Talk about this thing. Talk about your own stories. Just get in the way any way that you can. I swear to God, it makes a fucking difference. Especially for dudes. I want to say especially for dudes, because I know you are cultured to worry about your legacy even more than I am. The moment you pop out, someone says, oh, but who will carry on your name? You want to leave a mark on this world? Be like my coworker. Because a couple months after that, I don't even remember why, I was going to the gym and I borrowed a pair of his basketball shorts. And 16 years later, I still own those basketball shorts. You want to leave a mark on this world, be basketball shorts guy. I swear to fucking God, a tiny lesbian will carry your banner for the rest of her fucking life. Thank you so much. You all were incredible. I'm Cameron Esposito. I really appreciate you. bus to catch right now? Like, you're late as fuck for that bus. That was here at 8:09. How are y'all doing? No, thank you so much. One more time for the crew, the UCB, for letting me have this place.